All right, so let's get started. Now I just opened up a new Rhino 7 version. I want to make sure that my unit settings are set to meters. Then we are pretty much good to go. Just a quick theory, I'm not going to stay too long on this. I have three different spheres, as you can see, and there are three different types. Now this one is a normal NURBS surface. We have the mesh type of a sphere, and then we have this new family or instance which is called SUBD components. Now the SUBD actually combines the best of this two other types, I would say, right? For NURBS, if you have a closed sphere in this case, if I want to altercate the geometry, I would maybe say pon, or I would say cage, whatever you like, and then you can work with the control points. That's basically the makeup of how NURBS geometry are made up. So I can just, pull and push those points and then hereby deform my NURBS surface. Now the nice thing about meshes actually is that they work with these mesh faces, and I can control them locally if I want to. So for instance, I could take this mesh face and actually I could move it, right? And you can see now I get a very, funny shape, if you will. But if I push this up, I change the overall geometry, and I can't do this really with the NURBS surface. The nice thing about these two concepts is that the SUBD objects actually allow that. So I can actually control, shift, press and hold, and select SUBD faces as well as edges or points. And if I move them, they will react the same way as the mesh, but you can see that the output, the transformation, is much more organic looking because it's kind of mixing the NURBS geometry logic with the mesh geometry logic, and you get this very nice, organic, soapy looking geometry, and you can do amazing complex stuff with this, what we will now explore, by just pushing and moving and modifying more or less these faces. You can just rotate and create a very complex geometry there already here. And the same thing, Control Shift, you can just take that edge, move it, and do something with it. And here you can see we are creating already something that is more freeform as it is. All right, so this is like a very, very small introduction. I mean, you can go to McNeil. They have a beautiful information gallery there. You can just go through it, understand it, and also just have a look at our Rhino Level 1 training, where I have a chapter for SUBD to get you up to speed. Good. Now we just really want to play. Now this course is not intended to really do architecture, right? We just want to play around a bit with the SUBD components, create something which is a freeform shape, a bit interesting looking, a bit weird maybe also, and then we want to hook it up to Twinmotion and then explore a bit how to set up the scene maybe in Twinmotion.